Okay, so replication, simply you can say replication means to duplicate, to create copies as the given number of times. Okay, so as here you can see 3 into go, 3 into go is written. Go is a string written in double quotation mark and 3 is a numeric value. So that means go will be replicated 3 times. The same way here you can see ABC into 2 is written. That means ABC will come 2 times. But there is caution also. There are some warning that if you write a string and you are not multiplying that string with any numeric value, then what will happen? Then the Python will produce error. Like here it is written in double quotation mark 2 is written, then again in double quotation mark 3 is written, and both are being multiplied, so it has produced an error because the operation which you want, that is not possible with the string type. You can check here. I'm going to open Python screen. Okay, like suppose if I have written a is equal to 2 or any other number, go, then I want to multiply a into 2 and 2 is written in double quotation mark. So what will happen? Do you think go will be written 2 times?
No, sir.
What will happen here?
Sir, error.
It will produce error because the operation which you want to access, that is not possible on string type. Means multiplication is not possible on string type. See here, type error, that is can't multiply the sequence by non-integer type of, that is str. Now if you write a into numeric value, that is 2 only, not in double quotation, so it will simply replicate. See here, means if you want to replicate the strings or characters, so first of all you have to provide the character in double quotation mark, and then you have to write the numeric value for replication. If you do not write the numeric value, then it will produce an error. So that is the warning or caution with the string type operation. Okay, next we have in the string membership operator. Already I have told this membership operator in for loop, that is in and not in. So how can you check a particular value or element is there in a string or not? For that we have two operators, two membership operators, in and not in, and these two operators checks whether the particular element exists in the given string or not. If they exist, then in operator will return the true result. If they do not exist, then the in operator returns false. In the same way, not in, you already know about this operator. I need not explain very much. Let us just do it on Python screen directly. Okay. Instead of explaining that much, we can directly check in the Python screen. So what is there? A. Okay, A is having the string go. Now if you want to check the letter, suppose write there G in, G in A. Simply write G in A. So what will happen? Will it provide true or false?
Sir, true.
True. Why? Because G is already existing in the string A or go. See here, the result is true. And not in operator, it just provides the opposite result. So if you write G not in A, what will happen now? False.
Sir, it gives false.
False result. Okay. So this is the use of membership operator for the string. I hope you have understood this. Like here many examples are given. Like if you check JAP in the string HEYA, so simply it will return the result as false. But if you check JAP in the string Japan, so it will return the result true. And remember, the Python is a case sensitive language. Case sensitive means the capital and small will also be matched. Okay, like if you have written Japan, the first letter capital, but you want to match JAP as small. So what do you think? It will provide true result? No, it will provide false, because it matches each and every letter according to the case sensitiveness. That is, if capital, then capital will be matched. If small, then small will be matched. So these are the different operations related to the membership operator in string. Next, we have the comparison operator. For string, we have comparison operator. Okay, it means two strings can be compared. We can check whether they are equal or not equal. Even we can also check whether they are greater or not greater. But first let us see the equality, whether the particular string is equal to another string or not. If they are equal, then the result will be true. If they are not equal, then the result will be false. If you check the equality, in the same way you can check the not equality. Non-equality, if you check, then it will provide the opposite result. Okay, and to check the equality or not equality, here we have the two operators. Can you see? The two operators are, to check the equality, we type double equal sign. Remember this. And to check the not equality, we type the exclamation sign and equal sign. Exclamation and equal sign. That is for checking non-equality. Now let us try this in Python screen. Okay, like in A we have typed go. Now let us type B. One more string, B is equal to, let us type only go. So now if you write A is equal to B, what will it provide? True or false?
True.
So false.
Who said true? Kindly see the match the letter. Each and every letter should match. Here exclamation sign is also there in go. But here in B, only go is written. Go. Exclamation sign is not there. It means they are not equal. So the result is false. Did you understand?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Every letter should match. Even if there is a mismatch of capital small, then also it will provide the false result. Equality operator will provide the false result. Okay, see, check the once again. Let us type capital go. Okay. Now let us check. A is equal to C. Will it provide true or false?
False.
False. every letter is matching, but you can see there is a difference of capital and small. In A, there is small g, but in C, there is capital G. So this is the equality operator, which provides the result as true if every letter matches. And non-equality you can check here. Non-equality operator just opposite. Like if you write A is not equal to C, what result will be given? True or false?
True.
True. Because A is not equal to C, already you have seen. In the same way, if you write A is not equal to B, check the values in A and B. What is there? In A, go plus exclamation sign is there, but in B only go is there. So A is not equal to B, that is correct, true. Have you understood the equality and non-equality operator?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now
Yes, sir.
there are other comparison operators also, like greater than, less than, greater than equal to, less than equal to. If we want to use that operator, before that we have to know the ordinal values of every letter. Okay, we have to know about the ordinal value. Ordinal value means ASCII value, Unicode value. Do you know the full form of ASCII? Any one of you kindly tell the full form of ASCII. I have asked this question many times. Anybody? Full form of ASCII. Pratham Jaswal, Ayush Kumar Singh.
May I?
Ayush Kumar Singh, Deepika Singh, Pratisha Agrawal.
Sir, may I?
American Standard Code for Information Interchange.
Yes, kindly all of you.
American Standard Code for Information Interchange.
Yeah. Now stop. Everyone kindly learn this, okay? Because this is a very normal question. Anytime you can be asked about the ASCII. Anyone can ask you what is this, what is that? Unicode. So ordinal values, how to check the ordinal values? See, every character which we type from the keyboard, or sometimes many characters are not there on the keyboard also. So every character, every symbol in computer has a special numeric value, and that numeric value is called is Unicode value or ASCII value or ordinal value. So like if we talk about small a and capital A, so small a and capital A both are different, both have the different ordinal values. Okay, small a is greater than capital A, remember this. Why? Because the ordinal value of small a is 97, but the ordinal value of capital A is 65. Here you can check, there is a function ORD. ORD stands for ordinal value. So if you write ORD, then in parentheses write the letter of which you want to get the ordinal value or ASCII value. So if you write small a, then it will provide 97. Have you seen what is the ordinal value of small a?
97.
97. Now if you check the ordinal value of capital A, then you will find 65.
65.
Okay, it means if you compare small a and capital A, so which one is greater, small a or capital A?
The small a.
Small a. So this is the method, this is the technique which Python follows to compare the strings, whether one string is greater than the other or not. To check or to compare the two strings, the Python follows this technique, that is the ordinal value. It checks the ordinal value. If the ordinal value of certain letter is greater, then that letter will be greater. Have you understood? Look here.
Yes.
Like here it is given. Further, you can see. See, the ordinal values or ASCII values given here for all the numeric and alphabet letters. Like from 0 to 9, the ordinal values are from 40 to 57. Sorry, 48. 48 stands for 0, and like this it continues. 1 for 49, 50 for 2, 51 for 3, like this it goes up to 57. 57 is the ordinal value of 9 in numeric. And for alphabets, from capital A to Z, it starts from 65 and goes up to 90 for capital alphabets. Okay. And then for small alphabets, that is from small a to Z, it starts from 97 and goes up to 122. Means small a has the ordinal value as 97 and the small z has the ordinal value as 122. And in between you can note down and learn. Okay. So I hope you have understood the ordinal value of the letters. Now here you can see the comparison is given. If you check the comparison, like which letter is greater or smaller, so it will provide the result according true or false according to the ordinal value. Like if you write small a less than capital A, then it will provide the result as false, because 97 is not less than 65. That's why it will provide the result as false. In the same way, if you write ABC, capital ABC greater than capital AB, so it will provide the result as true. Why? Because ABC has 3 letters. Both the letters are matching, capital, capital. So A and B both are matching, both are having same values, so same ordinal values, but there is one more C. C is there extra. That's why the ABC will be greater than AB. The same way there is checked for small ABC and then capital ABCD. It is comparing whether it is less or equal. So it will provide the result as false. Like this you can check. Okay. So let us also check in Python screen. If you write ABC, okay, greater than capital ABC, what result will be provided? True or false?
True.
True, because small ABC has the higher ordinal value than capital ABC. Then if you check like capital ABC greater than capital AB, then also it will provide true. In the same manner, you can check CDE, capital CDE greater than small CDE. Will it be false or true?
False.
False, because small CDE has the larger value. False. So this is the technique which Python follows to check which letter is greater or smaller. That is the technique of ordinal value, or you can say ASCII value. I hope you all have understood. Any problem to anyone?
No, sir.
Okay, so we have the next topic, string slices. Slices, what do you mean by slices? Do you understand the meaning of slices?
Pieces.
Yeah, pieces, or you can say parts. Parts of a whole. Like if one object is there, and if you divide that object in different parts, so one part will be called as one slice of that whole object. Okay, so in the same way, like if there is a string or there is a word, then in that word there are different letters, there are different elements, 5 elements or 6 elements, and in that suppose you want to access only 3 elements or 2 elements or 4 elements, so that what element you will access, 2 or 3, that will be called as a slice, that will be called as a slice of that whole element. Have you understood the meaning of slice?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so if you have understood the meaning, then let us know how to access the slice or how to access certain parts, certain pieces of a given string. See, how can we access? You all know that string also has an index. String also has the index, forward indexing and backward indexing. Both sides it support string. So we can use the index of the string to access the slice of it. Like if there is amazing, there is a word written as amazing, AMAZING. So in this string you can see the indexes are from 0 to 6, that is positive index, or you can say forward index, and the backward index is from -1 to -7, that is the backward index. So if you want to access any part of the string or any slice of the string, like if you want to access AM, only 2 letters from the beginning, AM, so what will you write? You can write the string name, then in the parenthesis, string name means string identifier, the identifier or the variable which is indicating the string. So you can write that variable, then in parenthesis you can write the starting index from where you want to access, and then the stopping index or ending index up to where you want to access. Like if you want to access from 0 to 7, so 0 to 7 will give all the entire word. And here see,
But sir, ending index is 6.
listen to me, listen to me. Do you remember range function? Do you remember range function? Can you reply me?
Yes, sir.
In range function,
Yes, sir.
there was upper limit, na? So the loop was continued to upper limit -1. The same technique is followed here in the range, okay? In the slice. Kindly listen carefully. Here is written 7 in the index to access the slice, but in the index of your string 7 is not there. So it does not mean that it will not access, it will access. Why? Because whatever 7 is given here, it will not continue up to 7. It will continue up to 7 minus 1. 7 minus 1 means upper limit -1. 7 is the upper limit, or you can say 7 is the length of the string. The total length of the string. What is the length of the string? Length means how many elements are there. So you can count there are 7 elements. Is it there or not?
Yes, sir.
So that is the length, or you can say the upper limit of the string. So whenever you want to access the slice of a string, you have to write the starting index, then write the ending index, and ending index means that will be the upper limit. Ending index plus 1. Ending index plus 1 means upper limit. So that it may continue up to upper limit minus 1. Kindly see here, I am writing one example, then you can see, okay? See, here, suppose if we have any word like name is equal to catapult, okay? Our word is there, name is equal to catapult. Now, if you want to access only 3 letters, C-A-T, cat. So what will you write? You can write name,
0.
then square bracket, write the starting index. Starting index is 0. 0 colon sign. Colon sign is must. Then write the ending index plus 1. That is upper limit. Okay. So our ending index is 2. So we will write here 2 plus 1, that is 3. Okay. So if you write 0 colon 3, it means it will give the letters from 0 number index, 1 number index and 2 number index. It will not provide the 3 number index because 3 is the upper limit and the string or slice is taken up to upper limit minus 1. Slice is taken up to upper limit minus 1. Kindly remember this. It follows the technique of range function. Have you understood? Now if you press enter key, name of 0, 2, 3, then it will provide the word cat. See here, cat. Did you all understand? Any problem?
No,
Any problem to anyone? Have you understood this range or not? This limit, upper limit minus 1. Okay. In the same way, if you want to access the letters, that is PULT, then what will you provide? Simply you can write name of, kindly tell me what will you write? Anyone?
-1.
4:8.
Write the starting index, that is from where you want the letter. So we want the letter from 4 number index to last index. Last index, that means the length of the string. So length of string is 8. How many letters are there? 3, 4, 7 letters are there. Oh, okay, 7. So upper limit is 7. So now it will provide the letters PULT.
So there are 8 letters.
8 letters. I am sorry for that. 8 letters are there. If you write here the upper limit 8, then it will provide PULT. Correct. Okay. 8 letters are there. 4 to 8. Means if you want to access the last letter, then you have to write the upper limit. That is the length of the string. So if you write 8, then it will provide up to the last letter. That is PULT. From 4 number index it has taken and it has gone up to upper limit minus 1, that is 8 minus 1 means 7 number index. Have you all understood this?
yes.
This is one method to access the slice in a forward indexing. We can also use the backward indexing. Remember this. We can use backward index also to access the slice. Kindly see here. Can you see the screen? How the backward index is being used? See, for backward index, what we write? Like if you want from the last letter or from the beginning letter. So as you want, same way you can write. So -7. -7 is the index of first letter. In amazing word, kindly check the word amazing. Here is amazing word. So in amazing word, -7 is the index of first letter. That is A. And -1 is the index of last letter. Okay, let us see in Python screen. Suppose if you want to access this cat, first time we have accessed the cat word by giving the slice 0 to 3. Now if we want this in a negative order, if we want to access it by negative indexing, then how can we do? We can write name of, then the last negative index. Last negative index means that is -8. See here, catapult is having 8 letters. So -1 is T, -2 is L, -3 is U, -4 is P, -5 is A, -6 is T, -7 is A, and -8 is C. So here we will write -8 colon, then
-6.
yeah, come forward. Come forward means from -8 go to -7, go to -6, go to -5. So how many words you want? 3 words we want cat. So we will write up to 5, -5. That is the upper limit. So -5 is the upper limit. That means -5 plus 1. -5 plus, sorry, -5 plus 1 not will be there. -5 minus 1. So if you take -5 minus 1, that means -6. So it will provide the result up to -6. That means -8, -7 and -6. These 3 words will be returned. Okay. See here, cat. C is located at -8, A is located at -7, and T is located at -6. Means we can use forward as well as backward indexing both to access the slice of a string. In the same way, if you want the word pult, P-U-L-T, then what will you write in the negative indexing? Write name of, check the negative index of P. That will be -4. -4, okay? -4 up to -1. Sorry, -0. If you write -0, then it will give that one. Name of -4 colon -0. Because upper limit -1, it continues up to upper limit -1. So -0 -1 will be -1. Now it will provide all the last 4 letters. What is
So
this?
-3 ratio -1 will be there.
No, -4 is not having problem. -1 is having problem. T is not accessed now. If we write -1, okay, let me check. Let me rectify what is the problem, then I will tell. Okay. I think something mistake we are doing.